What's good, y'all? Welcome to the channel. I'm Batosai, and today I have for you some fall wardrobe essentials / recent pickups for 2024. I got a decent amount of stuff to share. A lot of it is vintage, and a couple pieces from brands like Uniqlo and Zara. I know it's been a while since I put out a fashion video, but nevertheless, let's get right into it. First up is this vintage Carhartt Detroit jacket that I've had for like 3 years now. It's not a recent pickup, but it's definitely one of my wardrobe staples, especially for the fall and winter months. This one is vintage, meaning the cut on it is spectacular in my opinion. It's shorter in length, which is how I prefer my jackets to fit. And what can I really say that hasn't already been said? Obviously, workwear has been trending for years, and I don't really see them going anywhere. Dare I say this piece is timeless? As you'll see with most of the pieces in my wardrobe, I love versatility and something that's never going to go out of the style, and this Carhartt jacket definitely fits the bill. Alright, next is this absolutely immaculate brown nubuck leather jacket from the 1960s. It was made by the Victoria Leather Company, and wow, I am thrilled to finally have a jacket like this in my collection. And it being vintage just makes it that much better. I picked this up from eBay and it was around $200, but it was well worth it in my opinion. This is a timeless piece. At around 50 or 60 years old, it's incredible that I can still wear this in 2024. Modern brands like Tom Ford are charging thousands of dollars for a jacket like this, and I love everything about it. The crop fit, the pointed collar, the metal buttons, and just the attention to detail is amazing. If you didn't know, I do collect vintage clothing, and I'm so stoked to have this in my collection. Okay, next is this thrifted wool jacket that I picked up for only 10 bucks, believe it or not. It says it's from Express's design studio. I don't know anything about Express, so I can't give any info on when this was released, but I'm surprised at how well it fit me. I usually wear a medium in jackets, but this was from a thrift store, so it was a one-of-one kind of find. It seems to be pretty good quality. It was probably hardly worn because the pockets are still sewn together from the factory and hasn't been undone yet. I feel like this is a jacket that Carmen Berzatto from The Bear would rock, and a wool jacket with this sort of style kind of just elevates any outfit, and I could see myself wearing this for many years. And if I ever do decide to get rid of it, it was only 10 bucks, so can't complain. Here's a piece that many of you might have already seen. This is the Barber Spey waxed canvas jacket. I did a review on this last year. You can check out the video on my channel if you want to know a little bit more. But Barber doesn't really release this model too often, and when they do, you gotta grab it before they sell out. I love it. It's got a cropped boxy fit, the D-ring details, the signature corduroy collar, along with the waxed cotton canvas. The only gripe I have with mine is the red button that came with my specific version. It's kind of like a Leica camera, but definitely not as cool. For me, it's kind of an eyesore, but I can live with it, I guess. Next up is a jacket I've also featured on my channel before. This is the cropped leather jacket from Zara. I showed this one in last year's recent pickups video, and it's held up great so far. This one was like a sleeper release or something. They didn't launch this on the racks in store because when I saw it online last year, it said that it was available in store, but I had to get an employee to grab it for me because it was only in the back and they only had one of each size. I ponied up and paid retail for it and haven't had the need to find another black leather jacket ever since. I think you can tell by now how I like my jackets to fit, and something about it just makes my proportions look just right. Here's another recent pickup. This is a Levi's Type 3 denim jacket from the 80s. It's a size 40, which in modern clothes is a medium, but being from the 1980s, it fits a bit smaller. The tag's all faded, but it has this care tag that says it's made in USA. This is closely cut and shorter on the body, which I'm all for. I've been wanting just the classic denim jacket and was refusing to settle for anything other than a vintage Levi's one, and luckily enough, I finally stumbled across one at a vintage shop in Houston. It was around 50 bucks, so basically around the same as a modern Levi's jacket, but with the benefit of the vintage wear and tear and more classic fit. Everyone needs a denim jacket in their wardrobe. It's something that will never go out of style, so vintage or not, you should have one. Okay, here I have some hoodies. I mean, do I really need to explain? Hoodies are a staple, especially in the fall and winter. I don't have anything fancy. This gray one is from my old high school, and I've been having it for years. And I also have a zip black hoodie from Pearled Ivory. What can I say? This is something that is in almost everyone's wardrobe. Honestly, just pick your favorite hoodie and put it on. It can be layered or standalone. A hoodie just makes you feel good. I've been eyeing some from the brand Bare Knuckles, but I'm not too keen on paying 140 bucks yet. So maybe if they go on sale, I'll get one. And if you guys know of any good brands that carry cropped/box fit hoodies, let me know in the comments or slide in my DMs on Instagram. I would love to know. Now, if hoodies ain't your thing, grab yourself a vintage crewneck sweatshirt instead. You don't need anything fancy. I got mine from a thrift store for $6. It's a Made in USA blank from Jerseys. I mean, it's just something to throw on when it's a bit chilly. I feel like sweatshirts made in the 90s are just far superior than the ones they make today. Something about the fabric just oozes more quality. Like, I would never purchase a modern sweatshirt over a vintage one, but that's just me. These are relatively cheap too. You can find them in thrift stores, eBay, Depop, everywhere. So, is there really a reason not to grab one? Alright, so they just opened up a Uniqlo here in Houston, and I grabbed myself a few things while at the store. First was their classic Uniqlo U t-shirts. I got one in white and one in black, which I've been wearing throughout this entire video. For the fall specifically, I tried on their merino wool sweater and loved how it fit on me. I've been wanting a more fitted knit sweater for a minute, and I am surprised at the quality of this one. Uniqlo is well known for their quality to price ratio, and these merino wool sweaters are on sale right now for only 30 bucks. I'd definitely grab one if you haven't. I wasn't impressed with their fall collection this year, so I did skip out on that and just picked up on some basics while I was perusing the store. Okay, now onto some bottoms. I picked up a couple of baggy fit jeans from Zara. I've been struggling to find any good baggy jeans at the thrifts, so I finally caved while I was already at the mall. Tried these jeans on, loved the wash, loved the fit. They retail for 50 bucks a pop, so I don't think that's too bad for jeans. I finally committed to baggy fit bottoms and feel that the trend is here to stay. The proportions I've been loving lately is a loose/baggy bottom with a fitted top. I used to live in baggy shirts and slim bottoms, and I feel that the inverse of that is way better. It's much more timeless, and I can see myself sticking with this aesthetic for a long time. I also picked up a pair of ultra baggy jeans from Abercrombie. These, I gotta say, fit me perfectly. I forgot to mention that with jeans, it's always hard to find the ones that fit you right. What I love about these and what made me really buy them is that they fit like they've been tailored, but these are all off the rack. I love that they break over the shoe without bunching up too much, which is typical for me because I usually have to size up for jeans because I have thicker thighs, and with that comes a longer inseam. But these, I guess with the baggy fit, it just fits perfect. I'm surprised. Props to Abercrombie. Now onto my final and favorite pair of bottoms. These are a pair of M 1951 vintage Korean War era military cargos. Now I have been on the hunt for these at a decent price for a couple of years now. I'm so stoked to finally have a pair, and let me tell you, I have been living in these. They are incredible. I've had a pair of cargos that I sold with before, and now I regret it because they're obsolete compared to these. I should have just ponied up the money before. I got mine on eBay, and they're a size small regular. They have a short and long version as well, but I figured that regular would fit me right. I'm not going to say too much because I do plan on making a standalone video on these, but just know that I absolutely love them. To round out my fall essentials, I got my first pair of legit boots, and as you can guess, they're vintage. These are a made in USA Red Wing 4473 steel toe boot. From the research I've done, I don't think they manufacture these anymore. I've worn them a few times and they seem like they're holding up. Being a vintage pair, I'm not sure when I'm going to need to resole them because you never know if they'll fall apart, but the quality of Red Wing boots speak for themselves, and you'll never guess how much I paid for these. $7 at a local thrift. I was so ecstatic to find these, and in my size as well. It's one of those thrift finds after months of getting nothing but garbage. It's one of those gems that really keep your fire alive to keep thrifting. Another pair of shoes that I've been wearing a lot this fall are these vintage loafers that are actually my late grandfather's. They're not any fancy name brand, but they're pretty decent quality with leather soles. My grandfather always wore leather shoes, and I'm grateful to have one of his pairs to wear in his memory. Lastly, I have a couple pair of sneakers, the classic Adidas Samba in black. If you saw my shoe collection video, I mentioned that I'd give these a try again, and they've ended up being one of the only Sambas I wear now. Then I have a pair of Adidas Gats from 2017. These are the affordable alternative to the Margiela Gats. I'm not sure if I love them just yet. I prefer my white sneakers to be beat, so I gotta wear these a lot more to get the aesthetic I want.
That concludes my recent pickups / fall essentials for 2024. Hopefully you got some inspo from it. Let me know what you think, what you liked, what you didn't like, whatever. I just want to take a minute now to really connect with you guys and let you guys in on the direction and the things that I want to do with my channel. So if you're new here, welcome. If you're an OG, just know I freaking love you. Now, if you've seen the channel, you know I do love fashion, but I also have a lot of different things and hobbies that I'm into as well, other than fashion. I want to start incorporating myself, or more of like my personality, into the videos that I create. Because in the past, I'm sort of a robot. Like, I kind of do things and make content, or made content that was really easy to click and watch, which garnered like thousands of views easily when I have really no following. But I want to start getting away from that. And I really just want to put my personality out there and start showcasing the things that I'm into, the things that I love, and just really make content and videos that resonate with me as a person, rather than just trying to fit in and go for the trends and just try to garner easy views. This past year, I've really fallen in love with filmmaking. And to be honest, that's where a ton of my money has gone into. And that's the main reason that I started to shop a lot less in terms of clothing, because filmmaking and film gear and lighting is hella expensive. And it's not an easy thing to get into. But for me, filmmaking is so fulfilling and so fun to learn that I want to do nothing but give effort and respect to the craft so that in one day, in turn, I can become a respectable filmmaker. I've had a lifelong passion for film, video games, anime, and just general storytelling. And when I turned 28 this year, I finally just woke up, told myself to stop wasting time and really start chasing the dream. And even though the recent videos that I've made that are filmmaking-esque are really the most poor performing videos on my channel, I've had a ton of fun just doing them, man. To me, it's okay because I don't really have a huge following. I only have like 2,700 subs, and most of that is from fashion videos, but it's cool, man. I just want to start doing more. I don't feel the need to put myself into a box. Like, I don't want to make just fashion videos. I don't want to make just filmmaking videos. I kind of want to do it all, right? Like, I love video games. I love anime. My name's Batosai, if you know where that's from exactly. Like, how can I deny that for myself? And yeah, so if you're into all these kinds of things, follow along for the journey, man. I'm going to be trying to incorporate it all into my videos and see where it takes me. And this is really all just me telling myself, or reassuring myself that this is the right thing to do. And hopefully people watch. If they don't, it's all good. I'll still be doing it regardless. Oh, and I've been trying to get my Instagram off the ground. I haven't even got 100 followers yet, but if you're into that, follow me at Vintage Batosai on Instagram, and I'll be doing shorter form content over there on just all the things that I mentioned. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Batosai, and I'll catch you on the next video.